All right, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo on defense as bipartisan backlash mounts over his handling of COVID-19 nursing home deaths.
I want to set the record straight on nursing homes. We created a void by not producing enough public information fast enough. But then it was exploited with misinformation, people playing politics, Republicans playing politics, personal attacks, personal agendas.
Well, Republican lawmakers in the state are moving to form an impeachment commission to find out what really happened. Here to react is New York Assembly Republican Confederates leader Will Barclay. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. So you see that defense by Cuomo, the latest of many. What do you make of him saying, oh, there was just a void of information? That was the real issue here.
Well, I find that an irony, really. I mean, we've been trying to get this information from the Department of Health in New York for months and months, and we kept getting stonewalled. And that just did raise suspicions. Why are we getting stonewalled? Was it because it went against the governor's story about providing great leadership during this pandemic, or was it for some other reason? Then we had the bombshell report by the Democratic Attorney General in New York that said the governor was underreporting nursing home deaths by as much as 50%. And then in a closed-door political meeting, the top aide of the governor said, well, we froze. We didn't provide this information because we were worried about a Department of Justice investigation, and we were worried about the political fallout. So there seems to be a lot of evidence out there pointing to the fact that there was some sort of cover-up. And myself and my colleagues feel strongly that we ought to get to the bottom of it. We feel like we owe it to those families who lost loved ones in nursing homes.
Assemblyman, I want to look at where we go moving forward, where this commission will be going forward. But let's take a quick look back one more time. To the best of your knowledge, and I understand we need to still investigate what happened here, but why? Why was this order put into place to send people back to nursing homes?
Well, you know, that's a great question. It does require further investigation. The governor's line is we were worried about the hospitals and others filling up, and we had to move people out of the hospital in the nursing homes. To me, it just seems logical that when you send someone that has COVID infection into a nursing home, even if the COVID is already in the nursing home, it's going to increase infection rates in those nursing homes. And indeed, there have been some studies. I think the Empire Report recently came out with one saying that by doing that, they caused up to 1,000 additional deaths in nursing homes. So, but that needs to be looked at. That's one issue, and we can look at that in the legislature. We ought to do that right away. We ought to use subpoena power. We ought to get the Commissioner of Health to testify under oath and find out exactly what happened. And we need to do that because we want to prevent something like this happening again. So that's one issue, but we also still have the whole idea of a cover-up. And why weren't they providing that information? That doesn't help public health officials. It doesn't help the legislature craft policy. It doesn't help the public.
Oh, just a void, not a mistake. He's made that clear. But, Mr. Assemblyman, if Republicans are calling for an impeachment council, that's one thing. If Democrats actually join and make it bipartisan, that's a whole other ballgame. We've heard, based on what was done to Ron Kim, the Assemblyman, Democrat intimidation, that there might be more interest amongst Democrats. What is the political climate in New York of Democrats and appetite to really do something about Cuomo here on this issue?
Well, I don't think they have been moving as fast as I would like to see, but I do think there's cracks in the political wall of trying to maybe protect a fellow Democrat who happens to be the governor because of reasons like him bullying Assembly members like Ron Kim. His staff was out apparently pushing this narrative with legislators. I think that gets people's backs up. And I do think the public outcry, we have people like Janice Dean who have been great, been a leader on trying to bring light to this issue. I think there is political pressure. So if you asked me that question maybe a month ago, I'd say the chances are unlikely. But the way things are progressing, I'm optimistic. And I hope they don't see this as a partisan thing. It really is a bipartisan thing. Those families that were lost in nursing homes weren't Democrats or Republicans. They were New Yorkers, and they deserve accountability, and they deserve the legislature to get to the bottom of this.
Well, Assemblyman, we appreciate you being here this morning. I think you're right. I think it is bipartisan. We're going to continue to follow this and see where this investigation leads, hopefully, to accountability. Important to note that we did reach out to Governor Cuomo's office. Have not heard back as of yet, but we will keep you updated if we do, in fact, hear back. State Representative William Barclay, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.